I guess it'd be nice to dive into that a bit in terms of quite a big question, but what were some of the major challenges you had when first starting that journey, and if possible, how did you overcome them? Because I think some people find that really interesting.
So with specifically with status page, obviously we had two major incidents, and for us the biggest feedback was we didn't communicate to our customers. So being able to have those two major products and the backing of customers made it very easy for us to say that we do need to do something.
Yeah.
The challenge came around how do we what do we classify as an incident? What do we post onto status page? What don't we post?
Yeah.
What is the content? Being a security company, we obviously have a lot of intelligence analysis, networking, and
Yeah.
AI and machine learning. We obviously wouldn't want to post anything that's going to alarm customers. So that's why we formed this customer facing cloud command center, to be able to work with our engineering teams to decide what do we need to post. But to this day, we still post things that either are very basic or go into too much detail. It's trying to find that fine line.
Yeah.
And it's very tricky because obviously the nature of the products that we have is very tricky to do that. But starting very basic. So we have templates. So I think the team set up like 4 templates for all the pages, and they're very similar.
Yeah.
They've obviously been adapted as the products use the pages more, but the team really started basic and said, these templates will be from identifying, so we know that there's a problem, investigating,
Yeah.
to we restored the service, to monitoring, and they have this. So starting with these 4 pillars, basically, start with those 4 pillars,
Yeah.
and I think that's really helped the team, has helped the engineering teams that I've been involved with. We're setting up their incident management processes, the team that I was working in. But for us, we didn't have too many challenges. The business saw, well, it was demand from customers that we need to communicate and we need to be better in how we manage incidents. So I think we were in a very fortunate position to do that.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, as time grew and we had more and more products that we needed a page for, it then started to become challenging, particularly for me as an architect, trying to think, well, how can we do that on the pages? Probably the implementation we've got now isn't, if I step back 3 years ago, maybe, I probably wouldn't have implemented it the way we have. I probably would have done it slightly differently, knowing where we are today.
Okay.
So that telling my my future self, or
Yeah. Yeah.
if I'm going to do this again, I would do it very slightly differently. I wouldn't have
What
all
would
these.
you do differently?
I wouldn't have as many pages.
Okay.
I'd be very streamlined with pages, and using these product categories that Symantec does have, is having these categories through there, and then actually building the pages out based on those categories or the product families.
Okay.
I think that's what I would do. I'd obviously probably look at automating as well, so helping our cloud command center, rather than have that initial post, using these templates and actually posting the initial semantic notes that there's a problem, we are working on it.
Yeah.
Having that, because then that obviously is much quicker than if having waiting for an engineer, our communication manager, to get the information from the cloud teams or the engineering teams, doing a post and posting it.